Hello everyone. You will be using Spartan 18 software today to build certain molecules and its conformations, and also to find the distance between atoms in a molecule, the dihedral angle, and also the strain energy associated with the different conformations. Okay, so when you need to open Spartan 18 software, and when you open it, you will see a software like this. This is the Spartan 18 software, what you see here. The main menu items are at the top, and on the right side you will see the model kit. If you don't see the model kit, click on the first icon in the menu items, the build new build icon. When you click on new build, you will find the model kit on the right side. So the model kit contains different atoms: carbon, sp3 carbon, sp2 carbon, sp carbon, and many other models are available. So the selected item, the selected model will be displayed in the mini screen on the right side. So that is the active one. So in order to make that model in the main build area, you need to double click using your mouse. So when you double click, you will get the carbon atom. The 4 hydrogens are automatically added to the carbon. The yellow spokes represents hydrogen. You can add more atoms by clicking on any of the hydrogens. Click at the tip of a hydrogen, you can add more carbon atoms. So you can add as many carbon atoms you need, and build different molecules. So if you want to undo your action, you can go to undo button here, and then arrive at the required molecule. Now you can use your mouse buttons to manipulate this model on the screen. Use the left mouse button, click and drag. We can rotate the molecule. Right click and drag, you can move the molecule around the screen. Also you can zoom in, zoom out. All these are possible. So these things are the basic things you need to know when you before you start making your molecules. So you can have a practice of this when you are comfortable to start with. You can start building the required molecules. So having practiced building molecules in Spartan, let us start building molecules. So in this lab exercise, you are required to build basically 4 molecules. One ethane, and second is N-butane, then cyclohexane, and 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. These are the 4 molecules you need to build, and different conformations of each molecule. So you need to start with the first molecule, ethane. So in your lab manual, the procedure is given very clearly. The step-by-step procedure is given. So you just need to follow the procedure. It's very clear. Each different conformations you will make, and you will find the dihedral angles and the energy associated with the different conformations. All this procedure is given clearly in the procedure. So I will just go through the procedure. So that will be helpful for you to make your own models. So to start with methane, you need to select sp3 carbon. Then double click on the screen, you get methane. Now we need to add another carbon. So you get the ethane molecule. So just before starting to follow the procedure, I will just show you, this is the ethane. You have learned that the conformations of ethane, you know that staggered conformation and eclipsed conformation, these are the two conformations of ethane. So you can align the two carbons together and see, if you align it, you can see these are all staggered, the hydrogens are staggered. So this is a staggered conformation of ethane. For eclipsed, you will see the hydrogens are eclipsed one another, and the dihedral angle will be 0. So what is the dihedral angle? You know that this is the angle between these two hydrogen atoms on different carbons. So if you align like this, you can see the dihedral angle is the angle between this the front carbon and the back carbon. So to measure the dihedral angle, you need to select 4 atoms, the hydrogen on one carbon, then the carbon atom, then again the second carbon atom, and the hydrogen atom on the second carbon. So yeah, you know all these things, basic things, you know. So we can start following the procedure. So you already made a ethane molecule. So the next step is to go to geometry menu, geometry, then click on measure distance, sorry, measure dihedral, measure dihedral. So to measure dihedral, you need to select 4 atoms starting from hydrogen on one carbon, then in the serial order, next carbon, the second carbon, and a hydrogen on the second carbon. So you need to select atoms in this way to get the dihedral angle. So after, on selection, on the right end bottom corner, you will see the dihedral angle between H1 C1 C2 H3 equal to 60 degree. So this is already 60 degree. So we need to force the conformation to eclipsed conformation. So change this angle to 0. You click on that angle, select 0 and enter. Now this the angle become dihedral angle become 0. That means it's eclipse. You can see this is the eclipsed conformation. Now the next step is to constrain the dihedral. So go to geometry menu again, then click on constrain dihedral, and then select the same hydrogen, same atoms in the order 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then now to constrain it, you need to lock it. You can see on the right bottom corner there is a lock icon. You click on the lock, so it's locked now. So this is constrained. Now you need to save the molecule. So go to file, save, give a name, ethane 1 or ethane, and save it. You can save it on your desktop. Now after saving, you need to find the energy of this conformation. This is the eclipse conformation. So to find the energy, you need to go to setup menu and click on calculations. Here you will find another window. So here you need to use equilibrium geometry at a ground state in gas. With here you need to select a semi-empirical with the PM3. So you need to select always for calculation semi-empirical PM3. Other things will remain as it is. Then click on submit. When you submit, you will get a message that Spartan has started calculations. And when the calculation is complete, you will get the message calculation is completed. Okay. So once the calculation is completed, you go to display menu, then click on properties. Here you will see the energy values. So you need to record the energy value here. It's given energy minus 69.90 kilojoules per mole. This value is the strain energy associated with this eclipsed conformation of ethane. So you can take a screenshot of this and you can attach with your report so that we know that you got this energy with this conformation. So this after this you can close this energy window and go to new build for next confirmation. You follow the procedure in your manual to build ethane molecule and the staggered conformation and calculation and to calculate the energy associated with the staggered ethane. And now we will go to find the strain energy associated with the different conformations of butane. So go to new build. For butane you need 4 carbons. So sp3 is already selected. Double click on the screen and click on the hydrogens. So in this way you can get 4 carbons. It's a N-butane, and you have learned that there are the main conformations, main 2 conformations of butane are Antai and Gauche are the 2 conformations of butane. So you need to find the strain energy associated with these 2 conformations. So let me go through the first one. We will force the conformation to gauche. So the procedure is almost same. So you can follow the procedure. So go to geometry menu, measure dihedral. So here the dihedral is you have to select the 4 carbons. So select carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be in the order. And you can see the angle is here 180 now. So to make it to force to gauche conformation, what is the angle required to select? We need to select angle 60 degrees. 60 and then enter. So now this is the angle shifted to 60 degree. Now constrain this angle. Go to geometry, constrain dihedral, select the carbons in the serial order. Then click on the lock button on the right bottom corner. So once it's locked, it's constrained. Now next step is to save this molecule. You can write N-butane 1 or N-butane. Save it. Now go to calculations. Go to setup, calculations. Change to semi-empirical PM3. Submit. Calculation started. Once it's completed, you can go to display menu and click on properties and record the energy value. In this case it is minus 119.43 kilojoules per mole. You can take a screen grab and attach in your report. So this is the energy of gauche butane. So now you can close this and go to new build, and then create another butane molecule and force it to anti and find the energy as we did just before for Gauss conformation. So that you can do it. Now the next molecule is cyclohexane. So how do you get the cyclohexane molecule from the model kit? Here you can see, if you go down in the model kit, you will see groups, rings, etc. So click on rings. So in the ring molecule, you click on the right arrow down there. Benzene is there, but the right end there is an arrow. Click on there, you will see cyclohexane. So click on cyclohexane. So cyclohexane will be highlighted, and double click on the main screen, you will get a cyclohexane here. See, cyclohexane. So cyclohexane, you know, there are two conformations, the chair and boat cyclohexane. By default, it's cyclohexane will be in the chair form. You can rotate and move and make it in the chair form. So this is the chair form. You can see carbon 1, the chair form. In each carbon has an axial and equatorial hydrogens. Carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. You can orient in the chair form. Okay, this is already chair form, so now you need to find the strain energy. To find the strain energy, since it is already in the chair form, you can save this molecule and go to setup. First save it, save the cyclohexane, and go to setup calculations, semi-empirical PM3, and submit. So calculation started. Completed, and go to display properties. You will get the strain energy of cyclohexane. Okay, so once you got the energy, there are some other questions you need to answer. You need to find the H1, H4 distance in the chair conformation. You can align it to chair form like this. Maybe you can enlarge it. So the distance between the axial hydrogens, suppose this is carbon 1 and this is the hydrogen atom, axial hydrogen on carbon 1, and you need to find the distance between this hydrogen atom and the equatorial one for 4 carbons away, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the distance between this carbon and this hydrogen, sorry, this hydrogen and this hydrogen. This is the two hydrogens which are far away from each other. So how to measure the distance? You go to geometry menu. This is the first menu item, measure distance. So click on the atom, the two atoms. You need to find the distance between first atom and the second atom. So in the bottom right corner you can see the distance is shown between H3 and H9 is given 4.188 Armstrong unit. So we need to record that value in your data sheet. Now, next thing, I need to find the number of eclipsing hydrogen atoms, or number of eclipsing interactions in cyclohexane in chair conformation. So how do you find the eclipsing or interactions? So you need to align adjacent carbons together. Suppose this carbon and this carbon, you align it and see these two carbons, the hydrogens around. Is there any eclipsing there? In this case, all are staggered, so there is no eclipsing. Then you rotate to the next carbon, align it and see any eclipsing interactions there. Then go to next one. So in this way, you align each one by one, all 6 pairs, and look for any interactions. And if you find any interactions, eclipsing interactions, you note it down, and the total eclipsing interactions, you have to record it. So this is with the chair cyclohexane. Now we need to create both cyclohexane. So to create both cyclohexane, we can go to main menu, new build, and select cyclohexane, double click on it. So we have the cyclohexane on the main window. Now you need to orient this molecule in this fashion. You may need some practice to orient it this way. First step is you need to break a bond, because this already you need to change the angle to the dihedral angle to 0 degree, then only you can make a bond. So we need to break a bond. So we'll break this bond here. To break the bond, you go to build menu and then click on break bond and click on the bond where you want to break. So now you can see, instead of a carbon-carbon bond, now a hydrogen is showing there. So that means the bond is broken. So the next step, you need to go to geometry menu, then measure dihedral angle. So here you need to select the 4 carbons from one end of after breaking. So select the first carbon near the where that is broken, then second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. Then on the right bottom corner, the angle is showing 59.77, but you change the angle to 0 and enter. So now the angle is changed, and next step is to constrain this angle. So go to geometry menu again and click on constrain dihedral. Here it is, you need to carefully select the same 4 carbons starting from the one at the broken end. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Make sure you don't select hydrogens instead of carbon. You need to select 4 carbons in the serial order and click on the lock button to constrain it. So it's locked. So this is in the bot form, but now you need to make a bond between the broken part to make it cyclohexane. So you can see, where is the broken bond? The broken bond is here between these 2 carbons. there is no carbon-carbon bond there. You can distinguish this, see, this is carbon-carbon bond, but here there is no carbon-carbon bond. So to make a bond, you go to build again. This time click on make bond. Yeah, here you can see this carbon has these 3 hydrogens, and the adjacent carbon also has 3 hydrogens. So you have to click on the tip of the hydrogen on one carbon which is not bonded. So that is selected. You can see a green halo around there. Then click on one of the hydrogens in the other carbon which is not bonded, also at the tip. So these two hydrogens gone and a carbon-carbon bond is formed. Okay. Now go to build again, build the menu again, and click on minimize. So now you can look for the bot form. See, this is a bot confirmation. So this is about cyclohexane. Now you can save this. Save bot cyclohexane. And as before, do the calculations. Go to setup, calculations, semi-empirical PM3, submit. Once the calculations are completed, go to display menu and properties. You get the energy associated with the bot cyclohexane. Okay, now we need to find the distance between two hydrogens after you orient into the bot shape. So first you orient to the bot shape, and you can see there are 2 pole hydrogens. That means the hydrogens on 4 carbons away, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in chair cyclohexane you find the distance. Now in this case also, first you orient to bot form and then find the distance between these two. You go to geometry, measure distance, click on the one pole hydrogen and the second hydrogen. So the distance is shown here. So record this value in Armstrong unit. So to get this distance, you need to orient to the bot form. Another thing, you need to find the number of eclipsing interactions in the bot conformation. Here also you need to orient the 2 hydrogens, adjacent carbons, one behind another. In this case, this carbon and this carbon I am aligning, and you see around these 2 carbons, is there any eclipsing interaction? Then rotate to the next 2 carbons. Here you can see eclipsing. See, there are eclipsing interactions. And then next 2 carbons, and see any, this way you rotate and see how many eclipsing interactions are there in both cyclohexane. So, and then record it. This is about both cyclohexane. Now the last molecule is 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. So to build that, you go to new build, and then you need a cyclohexane, and it's 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. You need to make two conformations, one for di-equatorial and diaxial, one for dimethyl cyclohexane. So first we will make diaxial. So it's better you orient to the chair form. So this is carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the axial carbon on carbon 1, and this one is the axial on carbon 4. So we need to add methyl groups. So you click on sp3 carbon again and click on this hydrogen. You will get a methyl group there, and at the fourth carbon. So you have a 1,4 diaxial cyclohexane. So now you can go for the energy calculations. You can go to view here and then go for the energy calculations as you did before. Go to setup, calculations, and then once the calculation is completed, go to display and properties, you will get the strain energy. And with this there is another question: how many gauche interactions are there in this conformation? So in this case, gauche conformation is in butane. So you orient carbon and another second and third carbon and see any two methyl groups coming together, coming closer. So you need to check for all carbons between all adjacent carbons and see any gauche interactions are there, and then you need to record. And now di-equatorial. That is, I think no need for further demonstration. You can, you know, the equatorial positions in cyclohexane. So add the methyl groups in carbon 1 on equatorial hydrogen and carbon 4 also equatorial, and find the strain energy. And in that case also you look for any gauche interactions and then record the numbers. That's all. It's pretty simple. You can just follow the procedure.